Well, welcome everyone to the July 15th Public Council meeting for the town of Conception Bay South, and we'll start this meeting as we start all of our meetings with the land acknowledgement. The town of Conception Bay South would like to respectfully acknowledge the territory in which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk and the island of Newfoundland as the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk. We also respectfully acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitassinan, the Inuit of Nunatsiavut, and the Inuit of Nunatuavut. We strive for respectful partnerships with all the peoples of the province as we search for collective healing and true reconciliation, and we honor this beautiful land together. Next up is adoption of the meeting agenda. The meeting agenda for tonight will be moved by Councillor Hillier, seconded by Councillor Moores. All in favor? Aye. Contrary minded? That is carried. Am I waiting to see? Okay. Next up, we have adoption of the meeting minutes from the previous meeting of June 17th. That is moved by Councillor Butler, seconded by Councillor Barrett. Any discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded? There we go. Okay. Okay, next up is visitors, presentations, and petitions. And we have some guests with us this evening who took part, not only took part in the 8-kilometer Tim Hortons road race we held during Soiree, but were actually very successful in their category. So it's great to have them with us. And I know a number of them aren't here, so I'm going to read off some of our winners this evening, and then we'll have the guests that are here to come up. And if I read your name and said you're not here, and you are here, just yell out, and we'll fix that. So the winner for the female under 12 and under was Evelyn Burrell. Female 13 to 18 was Chloe Jackson. Male 13 to 18 was Braden Evans. The male 19 to 30, and also the overall winner for male, Alex Whalen. The male 31 to 40 winner was Tim Murphy. Female 41 to 50 was Sherry Squires. Female 51 to 60, Michelle Best. Male 51 to 60 was Chris Cox. The female 61 plus category, Joan Hardery. And the male 61 plus category, Lloyd Doss. So congratulations to all those category winners. And with us this evening, I believe we have the female 19 to 30 winner, and that is Samantha Hallett. Samantha, are you there? Come on up. And did I mention anybody not here that is here? No, okay. So Councillor Moores will present you with the award. I'll get out of the way. Okay, and the female 31 to 40 category and overall female winner is Brittany Fitzgerald. Brittany, are you here? There you are, just in time. So Brittany has two, I think. Yeah. Come on up, Brittany. Councillor Barrett will present you with the trophies. Hey, congratulations. And in the male 41 to 50 category, we have Damian Fitzpatrick. Is Damian here? No, okay. Did we miss anybody? Is Braden here? Well, come on up, Braden. Is Braden Evans? 13 to 18. And did I miss anybody else? Who do we have? Alex Whalen, male 19 to 30. There we go. Okay. Did I miss anyone else? No. Okay, great. Well, congratulations and thank you for coming out this evening to receive the award. And a big thank you to our sponsor in this event, Tim Hortons. They do a lot of great stuff in the community, and we're very pleased that they are sponsors of the 8K road race. And I hope all of you stop by for some of those pancakes when you are done the race. Okay. Next up, we have new business, and Deputy Mayor, lead the way.
Okay, I'm going to, seeing that we're on a roll talking about special accolades here and all these awards, I'm going to make mention of a winner from Special Olympics who competed in the provincial Special Olympics Games recently, and it's Olivia Osmond. She came out of the back from Gander with multiple awards, but she's achieved a remarkable milestone by qualifying for the 2025 Summer Canada Games here in August, where she's going to compete in the 100-meter and the 200-meter athletics events. And this is following her outstanding performance at the Special Olympics Provincial Games in Gander. So I just want to say congratulations to Olivia, and we will be, Conception Bay South will be rooting for her. And that's it for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Yes, it was really wonderful to see that Olivia qualified for the games, and yes, we'll all be rooting for her. So a great achievement, and congratulations to her. And she's going to have a great time, I know, in the games coming up right here at home. Councillor Tilley.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just want to say congratulations again to our staff and our volunteers, who, of course, we all know that we had to celebrate our Swarey celebrations last week, and I'll leave that to my counterparts in Recreation to chat more on that. So I just wanted to bring up an accolade to two residents of Conception Bay South. They were instrumental in the world, I'm not sure if it was the under-23 or under-20 World Female Ball Hockey Championships. They came away with a silver medal. So congratulations go out to Molly and Haley. Molly Gill and Haley Ryan, who are both residents of Conception Bay South, and they were actually named the captain and assistant captain for the Canadian squad. So they represented Conception Bay South, Newfoundland, and Canada really well at this World Tournament. So congratulations to both of those ladies. And it's my understanding from Molly's dad that she's heading off somewhere again this week now to represent Newfoundland and Labrador at the Canadian Ball Hockey Championship. So good luck in their endeavors there as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. Councillor Hillier.
Yes, Your Worship, as Councillor Tilley started off, we've had a great week of Swarey, and I just want to thank all our staff for the great job they did, and certainly to the volunteers who came out to help out, and I speak specifically in particular about Clara Nolan's barbecue that really couldn't go off as smoothly without so many people from the general public coming in to help out. So big thanks to them. Also, Your Worship, as everybody's aware, this is construction season. As we move around town and from town to town, we run into construction zones, and I believe we had two councillors this afternoon got stuck in traffic on the way to our meeting. And I just want to point out some of the things that they did while they were stuck in traffic. As they approached these zones, they slowed down, they paid attention to all signs, and they avoided distractions. They were patient and they were considerate. And That's what we ask that everybody do as we're going through these construction zones. This work has to be done, and we'll all be glad that it has been completed when that point comes. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Hillier. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Your Worship. Again, as others have said, thanks to staff, Soiree Committee, and all the volunteers involved in Soiree Week. I attended a number of the events. But most special to me, of course, is the ones that involve the seniors. And myself and others here were at the 3 different seniors' retirement homes here, Admirals Coast, Heritage, and Aurora, and had no success at winning bingo. I don't believe either one of the councils won bingo at either one of them. We're not very good at playing bingo. Also, the Special Olympics, the bocce, my gosh, I never ever played the game before, and I didn't know any rules, and myself and Councillor Tilley and the mayor had a fine time, and the coach there was pretty strict. She was making sure we were following those rules and not stepping on the line and not putting the ball where we weren't supposed to put it. So thanks to them and thanks to all the Special Olympics coaches and athletes there, it was a fine evening and a beautiful evening it was. And just a reminder that the Summer Walking for Wellness starts tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. First one's at the end of Doyle's Road. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. Councillor Hardy.
Thank you, Your Worship. A couple of things to bring forward this evening. The Heritage Wheels car show down at the Heritage Square. That was a very interesting car show. I've never seen so many different vehicles, new, old, a little bit in between. They had dances, they had the music, the senior was out, there was a couple of swing dances going, and they also had the ice cream truck, and they also had a bouncy castle for the kids. Real good event, and it was real nice to see the seniors being able to get out and about. And I think they really tried to actually get all the seniors out. They had a nice little side place for them. Sam's Jam, I'd like to do a shout out for all the volunteers for that. Another successful year for Sam's Jam. There was over 152 teams, 16 rings, over 300 games played, over 100 companies donated to the Sam's Jam, and they figure about 6,000 people attended each day. And this year was the first year they actually had a Rink of Memories, so I'm not sure who was able to get up there. So at the Sam's Jam, up in the corner closest to the school, they actually have a rink with the boards and all that, not just the cages. And on the inside, they had a lot of kids who have passed away in the last probably 10, maybe 12 years, recognized. So it was a real good thing that they did for all the kids for a celebration. But then it was also like, wow, we had that many people pass in young ages. So great job for Angie, Steve, and all the volunteers for that, for Sam's Jam. Then I also wanted to take a minute to congratulate all the volunteers at the Drive-In Bingo. Myself, my family, and friends attended the Drive-In Bingo. No winners, but just another great event that was put off. Went right till probably 7:05 buying tickets. So the CBS Field of Dreams did another good event there. So just want to thank everyone there. Would like to take a moment, though, to congratulate the Special Olympics. I know we already had Councillor Butler and Deputy Mayor speak about it, but this one here is near and dear to me. My niece has Down syndrome, and this was her first time being chosen to attend the Special Olympics in Gander. And the event that they put off for all of the athletes was exceptional. My mom and dad went out to watch it and were able to participate in opening ceremony, so it was very passionate and just something that I think all the kids will remember. But CBS had an amazing showing. I don't know if people are aware of the amount of people that participated that were actually from CBS. So we had Kate Clary, she got a gold and 2 bronze. Olivia Cran had a 2 silver, a bronze, and a fifth place ribbon. Stephanie DeDrew had 2 gold, a silver, and a 5th place ribbon. Grace Quinlan had a silver, a bronze, and 2 4th place ribbons. Abigail Taylor, She had a gold, a 4th place, and 2 6th place ribbons. Olivia Osmond, Deputy Mayor, already spoke about. She had 3 silver, a bronze, and a 4th place ribbon, and has secured a place with the Canada Games with the 100 and 200 meter races. Sean Baker had a silver and 2 place ribbons and a 7th place ribbon. Stephen Butler, a silver and a bronze medal. Jesse White, a gold, a silver, a bronze, 4th place, and a 7th place ribbon. Then bocce. We had the team got gold. Heather Miller, Paula Hobbs, Michael Lamond, and Preston Spurl. And then the singer in the singles, Kayla Sevier, gold. Leah McDonald, 4th place. Matthew Koviduc, silver. Matthew McCarthy, 4th place. Zachary Dean had a bronze, and Neil O'Day got a 4th place. Every one of the residents from CBS came back with either a ribbon or a medal. So just want to congratulate all of the athletes who attended, because I know it's something they're going to remember forever. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy, and thank you for pointing that out. And as Councillor Butler mentioned earlier, we were at bocce this past week as part of the soiree where we learned how to play bocce from medalists that you mentioned there, Matthew Koviduc, who happened to, fortunately, was on my team. He has a steel eye for that game, and he is. I was amazed at how accurate he was. He controlled the field, and the others that were there, and of course, every second person I ran into were telling me about their medals that they got out in Gander, and every other person was telling me how hot it was in Gander when they were out there winning their medals. So, but they had a great time, and it was great to see. So, thank you for that. Okay, Councillor Morris.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. 2 things I'm going to discuss or talk about. First of all, we all know the Canada Summer Games are coming up, and of course, CBS Conception Bay South is very excited to partner with the 2025 Canada Summer Games, and that is taking place from August 8th to the 25th. And we are proud to host at the Topsail Soccer Field soccer, and of course, we're also partnering with the Royal Canadian Yacht Club to host sailing. The celebrations are going to be kicking off in Conception Bay South on July 23rd when the Canada Games torch comes to town. The torch relay will start at the town hall and travel along Route 60, ending at the community park. So we please invite everyone to come out and support the torch bearers and cheer them on, and there'll be celebrations to follow at our community park. And outside of all the excitement of our Canada Games that we're hosting, we also have our Trailway Trek Half Marathon coming up on September 21st. This extraordinary race takes you on a journey through history. You race across the historic pass of Old Newfoundland railbed as you travel through the 9 beautiful coastal communities of the town of Conception Bay South. The Trailway Trek Half Marathon offers a scenic and unique, challenging cross-country course that you won't want to miss. Please keep an eye out for registration details, and registration will be opening hopefully by the end of next week. So I encourage you, this is going to sell it fast again this year, so I encourage you, if you're someone who wants to run a half marathon and run through our beautiful community, then be ready to register as soon as it opens. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Morris. Councillor Barrett.
Thank you, Your Worship. One of the things that Councillor Morris didn't mention is that we have an abundance of supplies of these really cool Canada Games pins. And I believe, Mayor Ben, you're representing one on your blazer there this evening. And so certainly if you see us out and about, I have a lot. So please, happy to disseminate and represent the town of Conception Bay South during Canada Games. They're really, really nice, actually. Definitely a keepsake for sure. I want to echo what everybody else has been saying about the Killigrew Soiree. What an incredible week that we had. What so much fun we packed in. I was just, as folks were going down, just jotting down some of the things that I really enjoyed. I mean, starting off with our Home Hardware pancake breakfast, had the Tim Hortons 8K run, the garden party, bingo, bocce, youth. I think I found my new calling of calling bingo at the seniors' homes. You know, it's about the pace and the enunciation, right? So I learned that pretty quick. But what a lot of fun that we had, and truly couldn't be possible without the amazing staff that we have here. You know, the public might not realize, but we've had some. We've been hiring some new staff lately in the rec department, and I think this past week they did such a fantastic job pulling all this together, and certainly our volunteers too. Some of our key events, as some councilors mentioned, the Clara Nolan barbecue and a few others. Thanks just so much for everybody for stepping up and the partners in our community for pulling this off. And it's not over yet. We have one full day left. Unfortunately, we postponed a couple events, but I'm happy to say we will have one full day of fun. Date to be confirmed. We are looking at July 26th, but eyeing the vendors. And so stay tuned for the official date. But that will be the Family Folk Festival, the Splash Pad Party, and we'll end the day with the movie night that we missed. So another full day of fun in the town, Conception Bay South. So very much excited about that and looking forward to that, and stay tuned for that final date. And then moving on, certainly the same time as we're launching the Canada Games, we have RibFest that's coming back again this year in Conception Bay South. We had such a amazing turnout of that last year. I know from the vendors, Conception Bay South was one of their top selling locations in the province. And so we're excited to bring them back August 8th to the 10th at the same place at the arena. We'll have live music, a few different vendors, local breweries, and also entertainment for children as well. So please keep that in mind. We'll have more information about that in our social medias in the coming days. But lots of fun here for the summer here in the town. And thanks again for everybody that's been able to make that happen. That's it for me for now. Thanks, Your Worship.
Thank you very much, Councillor Barrett. And yeah, so the soiree was fantastic weather for it, and it started, I think, with Canada Day, with the huge crowds that came out to celebrate Canada Day with us, and it just carried on from there. I was down, as Councillor Hardy mentioned, to the Heritage Wheels next door here with a car show, and I think that was an amazing event there, and the people that went through was extraordinary. And of course, it was great to have our Clara Nolan barbecue. That was one of the marquee events, but nobody mentioned the pancakes much. But the King Pancake griddle man, Councillor Tilley, was a lead guy again this year and did a great job and kept things moving. So it was a great event, and it was great to see so many people come out to take part. It's always wonderful to see the community spirit, like in high run that time of year. And of course, a great way to kick off the summer, and throw Sam's Jam in the middle of it, and a couple of soccer and baseball tournaments and all that. And it was quite a week of events here in CBS. Just I want to note a couple other things that happened along the way, and it's been a while since we've had a meeting, but since the last meeting, we installed two veterans crosswalks here in the town, one at Legion Road at the Legion, and one here at the next to the Monument of Honor at the end of Rideouts Road. And they've been really well received, and of course have not gone unnoticed by other communities, and we're starting to see them pop up in other places. And I had two emails yesterday from communities in central Newfoundland wondering if they could get the stencils and to do them there. So it's wonderful to see that that's something that communities across the province are embracing and are going to install. Looking forward to installing. And the other thing about Canada Day, of course, here in Newfoundland, Labrador, it's Memorial Day. And we had a wonderful turnout to our Memorial Day service here at the Monument of Honor. But the week before that, Woodrow French and Wayne Miller, who were instrumental in getting the Monument of Honor off the ground, came by and handed over all the documents to the town, the background and how the Monument of Honor came to be and so forth, and along with two pictures that are now hanging with our other remembrance pictures in the back of the chamber here now, and I thank them for that. Because the work that they have done, and it also notes on one of them there all the names of the people who were driving forces behind getting the monument out there. And it was great for them to turn that over to us for the town to keep, and I suspect that the documents and so forth will probably form part of a collection at our library. And that may be something that the public can look at as years go by and so forth. So I thank them for doing that. And they appreciated the efforts with the crosswalk as well. So a couple other things. We talked about the summer games coming because it's not that far away and it's going to start before the next council meeting, of course. But it does kick off on July the 23rd, right here at Town Hall, actually, at 11 a.m. in the morning with the CBS portion of the Torch Run. It started across the province about 3 weeks ago, I think in one of the communities, and then made its way here. So it's coming to CBS on the 23rd, 11 a.m. We'll kick off here at Town Hall. And the torch bearers include MP Paul Connors, Terry Mosier, Kirill Facey, Madeline Snellgrove, Simon McGuinness, Jennifer Lake, Glenda Goss, Manesh Patel, and of course, most of these names and all of these names are familiar to most everyone and have said some involvement either in sport, the community, or with the town in general. And I have the privilege and honor of being the final torchbearer here in Conception Bay South, and we'll get the torch at the community park. And they've given me the shortest part of the route, and I thank them for that. I think it's only about 300 meters, and so I'm going to try to make the 300 meters, but I would invite everybody that can make it on the 23rd, on that Wednesday, to come out, be part of the torch run, come out and cheer the torch run on, and be part of a celebration of the Canada Games that will take place at our community park. When the torch gets there, probably just before 12, that's a celebration. It'll go on until 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the community park and organized by the Canada Games Committee. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think Councillor Tilley, Councillor Hillier, I'm not sure, I can't remember who were carrying torches in the summer games when we had them here, the Newfoundland and Labrador, and I know others were as well. But it's quite a prideful moment to be able to carry the torch and for your community, and I look forward to doing that. A couple other things I just want to mention. Vera's Diner in CBS has become a bit of a thing. They can't keep milkshakes going. They're selling out on them, and we were at their grand opening a few weeks ago as well, and congratulations to them and all that they've done. Also, the CBS Soccer Association celebrated its 50th anniversary in late June, and congratulations to them. And I know, and I believe, I don't want to go too far, but Councillor Hillier, you were playing soccer in CBS longer than 50 years ago, I believe, or somewhere in that range, maybe. And, yeah, but the association itself is 50 years old, yeah. There you go, right, yeah. So it was great to, and of course, I've had a long history of involvement with them, so it was great to go there as a guest and congratulate them on their 50th anniversary and all the things that are being done there, and of course, to be able to point out that more than 1/3 of all the soccer players from Newfoundland and Labrador who will be competing in the summer games this year are from CBS and will be playing on the CBS field. So it's very pleasurable to note that point as well. I think that's about all I have here today. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know later on in the meeting. So we're going to move on to other committees. Does anybody have anything to report from any other committees that they are involved in? Okay, then we're going to move on to finance and administration. And I believe tonight that Councillor Tilley, you are handling finance?
That is correct, Your Worship.
Okay.
Several items to bring forward from finance administration. First is 6A, management benefits policy update. Be it so resolved that the management benefits policy be adopted as presented. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hillier. Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship. The policy itself requires that compensation matters be reviewed every few years. So we're proud to say that we had that done now for the management benefits policy.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Item 6B, Human Resources, Temporary Fire Chief. Be it so resolved that Chad Murphy be appointed to the position of Fire Chief as per the terms and conditions of the employment contract. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Butler. Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, Mr. Murphy has been appointed to this position on a temporary basis as our current Fire Chief will be stepping away for a little while.
All right. Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Item 6C, another Human Resources for Fire Captain. Be it so resolved that Sean Lawler be appointed to the position of Fire Captain as per the terms and conditions of the employment contract. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Hillier. Discussion?
And Your Worship, Captain Murphy has gone up the ladder, so someone needs to replace Captain Murphy, and Mr. Lawler will be taking that position on a temporary basis.
Proper thing. Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Item 6D, 2024, Consolidated Audited Financial Statements. Be it so resolved that approval be given to accept the 2024 Consolidated Financial Statements as presented. So moved.
Seconder for those. Deputy Mayor Goss. Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship. The Town of Conception Bay South is pleased to approve its audited financial statements for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024. The statements, independently audited by Grant Thornton LLP, confirm the town's continued strong financial stewardship and strategic investments in community infrastructure. I'd just like to take a couple of seconds just to touch on a few of those. Strong financial position has maintained. The town ended 2024 with a robust cash and cash equivalents balance of $7.37 million, maintaining its strong liquidity position. Net debt improved to $12.3 million, down from $12.7 million in 2023. It has also been a historic year for capital investment in Conception Bay South. 2024 was a landmark year for infrastructure development in our town, with $14.96 million in tangible capital asset additions, more than double the amount invested in 2023. These investments included upgrades to roads, recreation facilities, and public works equipment. A reduction in our long-term debt. As part of Council's ongoing debt reduction strategy, the town paid down $1.97 million in long-term debt, reducing its outstanding balance from $17.5 million in 2023 to $15.6 million in 2024. This progress demonstrates Council's commitment to long-term financial sustainability. Revenue and budget adherence. Total revenues for the year were $50.1 million, with residential tax revenue accounting for $38.7 million and grants and transfers totaling $6.5 million. Total actual expenses of $46.7 million were within the approved 2024 budget and in accordance with the public sector accounting standards. Tax receivables and collections. Taxes received increased modestly to $4.34 million, up from $4.16 million in 2023. Of that, $2.71 million has been outstanding for more than 1 year. The town continues to monitor and manage these balances proactively. The auditors as well also reported no instances of fraud during their examination and confirmed that the town's internal controls and financial management practices are sound and effective in preventing fraudulent activity. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. Is there any other comment on that? I just want to say a couple of things. Prudent management of debt allows us to do things into the future, and it allows us to also take care of any unexpected trouble that may come along, and gives us the room to be able to do that, such as the main water main break a year ago, and it cost over $2 million. Things like, being able to the lifestyle fitness dome that's being planned to start, I think, a little later this summer into next year, and being able to manage the debt properly allows us to do these things. The other thing, and I'm very proud of, is that in these financial documents, it'll show that our revenue from commercial is up over $500,000 a year. And that's money that we can use to help pay for some of the things that we need and to offset some of the increases in the cost of doing business for the town. And that's critically important. Okay, anything else? All in favor? Contrary minded? That is carried.
And finally, 6E, appointment of auditors for the 2025 financial statements audit. Be it so resolved that approval be given to appoint Doane Grant Thornton LLP as the town's auditors for the 2025 fiscal year. So moved.
Seconder. Councillor Hardy. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. Okay.
And that's it from the finance administration world.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. Next, we have Engineering and Public Works. I believe Councillor Hardy. Yep.
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. Before I go into the motions to bring forward this evening, I do have a couple of items I would just like to make the residents aware of. Construction has begun on the sidewalks in the Kelligrews and Topsail area. So if residents could use some extra caution when you're in the area, because we do have some workers there starting the sidewalks. Traffic lights at Terminal Road are installed, and we're just waiting for the utility company to switch it over. So we certainly appreciate the public's patience during this time, so hopefully not much longer. June waste yard collection was very successful. We had over 16 tons that was collected and is being diverted from the landfill. So big job by, I guess, all the residents in the town of CBS doing their part, and this program is going to be offered again in November. Reminder of the town's water conservation policy. The details are on the town's website. A lot of warm weather the last few days and hopefully in the days ahead. So they are seeing a significant increase on the northeast Avalon region. So, certainly appreciate if residents can keep an eye on your water conservation for your own area. This one here now is actually hot off the press. Sorry, I've been back and forth on my phone here. The work that we're doing right now at the water transmission main this evening. So we have had a water outage from 8 a.m. this morning with the anticipated connection time at 8 p.m. We are noticing that there may be a delay, waiting for more information to come in, but we just want to let residents know we are going to see a delay in that with more information to follow. So just want to give that information out to residents so that you could start to plan for it at your own home. Okay, so motions to bring forward. 7A, approval to engage consulting services, Long Pond Breakwater Erosion Mitigation, RFP 25-01. Be it so resolved that approval be given to engage Baird at a cost of $667,192 plus HST for prime consulting services related to the Long Pond Breakwater Erosion Mitigation. Funds are available in the project account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Moores. Discussion?
Just ready to award the tender now.
And this, of course, is a project that's in partnership with the federal government, who have made funds available to us to continue the mitigation work down there in that area.
Yeah.
Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
7B, wastewater treatment plant outfall emergency remediation. Be it so resolved that approval be given to award C Forest Diving with the wastewater treatment plant outfall emergency repairs at a cost of $171,252 plus HST. Funds are available in the wastewater treatment plant upgrade project account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Butler. Discussion?
When they were up at the wastewater treatment plant, they noticed that there was some issues, and we had to go ahead and move forward with the emergency repairs. So council actually had this pre-approved in an email, but we wanted to bring forward to a formal motion.
That's a place you don't want to have any trouble.
Nope.
Have to do it right away. Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That's carried.
Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy. And next is planning, I believe, Councillor Hillier.
Yes, Your Worship, we've got several items to bring forward from planning this evening. The first one, 1496 Conception Bay Highway. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 5.32 of the town's development regulations, application number 5447 for an accessory building, a garage with lot coverage of approximately 222.97 square meters at 1496 Conception Bay Highway be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Moores, discussion?
Just a note, Your Worship, this is an interesting one. See, this one will be in the shape of a Quonset hut, and it's the first one that we've brought forward a permit in the town as a result of some changes to our regulations last year.
Okay, all right. Any other comments? All in favor?
All right.
Contrary minded? Carried.
37 Lawrence Pond Road. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 10.7 and 10.10 of the town's development regulations, application number 5497 received on June 6, 2025, proposing to develop a wharf 9.14 meters by 2.44 meters in the waters of Lawrence Pond, opposite 37 Lawrence Pond Road, east, be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hardy, discussion?
Yes, Your Worship. So we've got at 37 Lawrence Pond Road, we have a residence, and across the road is where they've acquired some crown land and are asking to install a wharf, and they're indicating that it's for swimming purposes as well.
Yep. Okay. Any other comments? All in favor?
All right.
Contrary minded? Carried.
.571 Conception Bay Highway. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 5.4.310 of the town's municipal plan, application number 5289 received on April 30th, 2025, proposing the development of a subsidiary apartment within an existing single dwelling at 571 Conception Bay Highway, be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Moores, discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Contrary minded? Carried.
10 Minerals Road. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 9.8 of the town's development regulations, application number 3000, proposing an extension to an existing building to accommodate a food bank and additional general assembly space at 10 Minerals Road, be relieved of part of the parking requirements for the development, be approved with accommodation for approximately 43 parking spaces on the property. So moved.
Seconder? Councillor Hardy, discussion?
Yes, Your Worship. This is the existing Lions Club. They're proposing an extension with an upstairs section to increase the area of their meeting space, and a downstairs section which would accommodate our food bank. Having some trouble meeting the requirements for all of the parking necessary. And in having a look at it, council's decision was, we've got all this parking space here at the town hall adjacent to that building, and most of that space is empty at the time that the Lions Club will be carrying out their events in the evening. So there will be some sharing taking place there.
Any other comments? No, seems reasonable. All in favor?
All right.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Two to four Tilly's Road South. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 13 of the town's fence regulations, application number 5532 for a fence at 2 to 4 Tilly's Road South be approved to a maximum height of 1.8 meters and setback of 3 meters from the flanking street boundary, and subject to approval from the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure. And further, be it so resolved that in accordance with section 4.112 of the town's development regulations, application number 5529 for an accessory building at 2 to 4 Tilly's Road South be approved with a minimum setback of 3 meters from the flanking street side yard boundary, subject to approval from the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure. So moved.
Seconder? Councillor Butler, discussion?
Yes, Your Word, this sounds a little complicated, but I won't get into any detail, but it's at the corner of Tilly's Road South and Route 16. That's why the Department of Transportation are involved here.
Okay. Any other comments? All in favor?
All right.
Contrary minded? Carried. .242 Duns Hill Road.
Be it so resolved that in accordance with Section 4.6 of the Town's Development Regulations, application number 5606 received on June 25th, 2025, proposing to subdivide property at 242 Dunsell Road be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Barrett, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes,
Contrary
Your
mind-
Worship, if I can just,
Sorry, yeah.
I was hoping you'd go ahead, Councillor Tilley.
well, Councillor Hillier, I'm going to date myself and you now, because for as long as I can remember when I first got on council way back in 2005, this has been an issue for this particular property. They've been wanting to, I guess, avail of water and sewer services from a particular street where their property was, but unfortunately, they couldn't do that due to I guess, a strip of property that wasn't theirs, and for whatever reason, they could never avail of the services. But I guess the day has finally come that they've come to an agreement with the owner of the property, and they're now going to subdivide their property, and they're finally going to get their wish of water and sewer in that area. And so I'm very, very happy for that, for those residents at 242.
Yeah, there's an, yeah.
We don't get applause here very often, Councillor Hillier. Anybody else have anything to say on that? Well,
I think it's all been said.
yes,
Yeah.
let it ride with the applause. So as council's going to vote against this, good luck. All in favor?
All right.
Contrary minded? Carried. There we go.
2703, 2707 Topsail Road. Be it so resolved that under the authority of Section 23 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, the Conception Bay South Town Council hereby approves Conception Bay South Municipal Plan Amendment number 382025 and, oh my, and Development Regulations Amendment number 61, 2025 as adopted. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Butler. Councillor Barrett. I'm sorry, Councillor Barrett. And sorry, Councillor Butler. I'm not sure if you approve it or not. We have a seconder. Any discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, this is a rezoning project that we've been working through for some time. Basically, at these locations, we had a zoning of residential mixed and residential medium density. And the request was to change it to commercial general to increase the parking area for an existing garage that's been there for some time. We've worked this through the process. It's gone through the province. This would be the third time it's back here, right? And now we're finally prepared to put the stamp on it. So it's another good news story.
So all the hoops have been jumped through, all the i's dotted, t's crossed. All in favor?
All right,
Contrary minded? Carried.
that's it from me, sir.
Thank you, Councillor Hillier. Next up, we have procurement, and I believe that Deputy Mayor Goss taking care of that.
It is, yes, thank you very much. So the first item, there's four items. First one is tender 25-06, fully inclusive service agreement of mechanical equipment for the Conception Bay South Recreation Complex, or a pool. Be it so resolved that approval be given to enter into a 3-year agreement for the fully inclusive services of the mechanical equipment for the Conception Bay South Recreation Complex from Honeywell at a total cost of $69,529, exclusive of HST. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Yes, Councillor Hardy. Discussion?
This is just maintenance program, which is,
Typically something we do with most of our facilities.
Right, exactly.
Yep. Make sure they keep running efficiently and well.
absolutely.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
11B, dispose of fleet units 261, 278, 412, and 416. Be it so resolved that approval be given to dispose of units 261, unit 278, unit 412, and unit 416. All units have been removed from service and have been replaced by new purchases. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Tilley. Discussion?
This is just upgrading the fleet, and for a couple of years, we were unable to during COVID, pandemic, the availability vehicles weren't available, so we've replaced these now, and these are the ones that we're going to dispose of.
You got them in service an extra long time, so they're probably beat out. Yeah, get rid of them. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
11C, approval to purchase one new loader. Be it so resolved that approval is given to purchase one new Case 821G loader from Madsen Construction Equipment at a cost of $538,875 plus HST. Funds are available in capital fleet account. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Butler, discussion.
Again, just, upgrading our fleet as part of our asset management program.
Sorry. I'll get it right. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
And the last item, 11D, standing offer 25-7 Fire Department Protective Equipment. Be it so resolved that approval be given to award the purchase of protective equipment for the Conception Bay South Fire Department to First Response Supply and Safety Source Fire as per the detail list presented. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Hillier, discussion.
This is just equipment that is used by our fire department ongoing, and this is some pricing for 2025 and 2026.
Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. Deputy, why don't you continue on with orders?
Yes, well, next, just as well, go right on into it. So next section, orders. 12A, rescind order 37 Conways Brook Road. Be it so resolved that the order issued on September 6, 2023, under the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, the Municipalities Act 1999, and the Town of Conception Bay South Development Regulations 2011 to 2021, and the Town of Conception Bay South Waste Disposal and Property Regulations, ordering the property owner to remove the debris, including metal, wrecked cars, car parts, trailers, wood, and other miscellaneous debris situated on the property located at 37 Conways Brook Road, Conception Bay South, be rescinded. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Tilley, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded?
That's it for me.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. And that's the last thing on our agenda, except for adjournment. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. And I guess over the past couple of weeks, a special thank you to the recreation staff for all the work that they did with Soiree. And the next meeting, we will be back here again in August. And I believe it's the 12th. Somebody nodding, yes, nodding at me, August 12th. And so everybody have a safe and wonderful summer. And we'll see you back in August. So I'll ask for a motion for adjournment. Moved by Councillor Moore, seconded by Councillor Barrett. All in favor? Contrary minded? Carried. Thank you.